Pakistan has, in recent weeks, positioned itself at the center of one of the most dangerous geopolitical confrontations in the world, attempting to act as a mediator between the United States and Iran at a time when tensions were rapidly escalating towards large-scale conflict. The situation intensified sharply over a single weekend. On Sunday, U.S. President Donald Trump issued severe and explicit threats against Iran, warning that, if a deal was not reached, the United States could target critical infrastructure across the country. He set a strict deadline, indicating that by Tuesday, military action could begin, with statements suggesting devastating consequences, including attacks on power plants and national infrastructure. As the deadline approached, the rhetoric escalated further. Trump warned of an unprecedented level of destruction, with reports indicating that the scale of potential strikes could be catastrophic, raising fears of a wider regional war and global economic disruption. With only hours remaining before possible military action, the situation appeared to be on the brink of a major escalation. It was at this critical moment that Pakistan intensified its diplomatic efforts. Pakistani leadership directly engaged with Washington, urging a delay and emphasizing that diplomacy still had a chance to succeed. At the same time, Pakistan continued to communicate with Tehran, relaying proposals and encouraging a response that could prevent immediate conflict. Acting as a channel between both sides, Islamabad pushed for a temporary pause that would allow negotiations to take place. These efforts led to a significant breakthrough. Just before the deadline for military strikes, the United States announced a suspension of planned attacks, agreeing to a 2-week pause in military action. This decision was directly linked to mediation efforts led by Pakistan, which had requested additional time for diplomacy and proposed a framework for de-escalation. In parallel, Iran signaled conditional cooperation, particularly regarding the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global oil route whose disruption had heightened fears of economic instability. The temporary ceasefire reduced immediate tensions, stabilized global markets, and created a narrow window for negotiations. Pakistan's role in this moment was not symbolic. It involved active diplomatic engagement, pressure for restraint, and the creation of a practical pathway away from immediate conflict. By securing time, arguably the most critical resource in a crisis, Islamabad helped prevent a rapid escalation that could have drawn multiple countries into a wider war. However, Iran has, at times, denied direct negotiations, while the United States has maintained that talks are ongoing. Despite these contradictions, Pakistan's intervention demonstrates how a regional power can influence the trajectory of a global crisis. By stepping in at a moment of peak tension, it managed to shift the situation from the edge of military confrontation towards a phase of cautious diplomacy in a conflict defined by threats, deadlines, and rising military pressure. Pakistan's actions highlight the role of mediation in preventing escalation, even when the path to peace remains unclear.